Hey everybody, what's going on? I'm Jamie Dawn, your evolutionary revolutionary astrologer, bringing you your celestial wisdom for the week of December 4th through the 11th of 2022. And thank you so much for your love, your support. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody who observed it last week. And now we're fully into the holiday season. I think it just gets shorter and shorter every year, or maybe longer, depending on how you look at it, because, you know, Christmas in July, and once Halloween comes, we're already putting out Christmas decor, but that's just me bitching for a moment. Anyways, yes, my decor is up though. You may not see it here in my office, but it is. Anyways, I hope that during this holiday season that you remember that even if your loved ones are in the non-physical form, they still are with you. And the best way to remember them is to speak their name and to have moments where you do share your memories with others or to yourself with them, just to honor them, because they will feel that. I know holidays can be really difficult, especially when you're missing somebody. And even if you are not missing a loved one on the other side, and you're working with connecting with someone or with others, maybe you're feeling a little alone or isolated, please just reach out to me, to others, anybody in your circle, your community, and let us lean in on you. This is not a time to feel isolated, especially we know this after coming out of COVID. You know, I think that's super important. Speaking of isolation or non-isolation, I will be out of the office serving in my role as staff director with the Nine Gates Mystery School. We have a graduate event, and that is going to be December 7th through the 18th. So I will be out of pocket during that time, but I am going to try and keep the videos going and get you as much information as you can possibly use and need. So let's get right to it. We now have Jupiter direct and Neptune direct in the sign of Pisces. So it's some good movement here on Sunday as it makes a square. Jupiter and Neptune are going to make a square to Mercury and Venus and Sagittarius on this day. So we may have a moment, we start the week where there's a crisis of faith or a crisis of hope of like, am I really going to manifest what I want? Or is life really going to love me back? Or if I have all this gratitude and I say all these wonderful things, can I really make it happen? You know, but remember that these squares or these crises that can actually help us get resourceful. It can lead us into solutions to problems that we just didn't have the solution to before. And so if we can take on the Sagittarian mindset and the Pisces mindset, is that we're looking for these new adventures. We're looking for ways in which we can approach things in a different way. And then that could allow us to start bringing our dreams. We think of Neptune and Pisces being very dreamlike. It can help bring our dreams that can seem a little lofty into some form of reality. And with Mercury and Venus here in Sagittarius, we're going to be communicating a lot. What do we really value? Or let's throw out this idea, these endless possibilities, and just see what sticks to the wall and what makes sense. And we may just decide to do something or say something just for the sake of it and not take it personally. So that's another nice thing about this kind of energy. On Monday, December 5th, the moon will move into Taurus and start canoodling with that north node, which and with Uranus in the sign of Taurus, but it makes a square to Saturn. The moon moves so fast through the signs every about 2.5 days. So it's just going to be a blip on the map, so to speak, but we're going to feel it. It may find us feeling restless or ready to, maybe we're putting out all kinds of fires all of a sudden. So Monday could be a little sticky, feeling maybe overwhelmed if we're not careful, because there's so much going on. And that could also cause us to feel a bit rebellious, where it's like, I don't want to do what I've always done. That's a good thing, because how do we break patterns that don't serve us? Well, we do something different, right? We know that definition of insanity. So Monday could have us feeling like we're really in the thick of things. We want to get things done, and there's a lot that's going on at the same time. And Tuesday, we'll have Mercury moving into the sign of Capricorn. It's an earth sign. Mercury is all about communication, connection, how we process information, how we learn. So our thoughts and attention can turn towards more serious things with the sign of Capricorn. Capricorn is serious, but I can tell you, Capricorn is very playful too. It's a very creative sign, and it likes to build things, and it likes to have things that work over time, because Capricorn is traditionally ruled by Saturn, which rules time. Now, we may find our thoughts and attention that turns towards more serious things, but that gives us maybe a greater work ethic. And that's a great mindset to have when we're trying to look at the end of the year saying, look what I've accomplished and look what I still want to accomplish. And it starts turning us more towards those New Year's resolutions that people make, or, hey, I didn't get this done in 2022, but now as I start looking ahead into 23, these are some things that I want to start planning for that can help me feel successful. We want to think and act in ways that make us feel successful and contribute to the success of others. And I think with Mercury and Capricorn, we're going to find a lot of people saying, hey, let's come together and find ways that we can build over time something that feels tangible, it feels useful, makes us some money maybe, just gives us a chance to feel good. Do watch out for controlling versus constructive feedback during Mercury's transit through Capricorn. And that could be maybe myself giving feedback that doesn't sound very constructive. It sounds more manipulative or controlling, or, somebody else could be projecting that onto me. And so how we respond to that is going to be important. Wednesday, we have our full moon. That's December 7th. It's in Gemini, and it's canoodling with Mars. It's going to be in close enough of a conjunction to Mars that we're going to be feeling this need to connect and this desire, this releasing of information that comes out. Now, with Mars being retrograde, some of that information is internal dialogue that maybe we've held too close to our chest and it just blurts right out. Do be careful. Words are emphasized here. Think back also to the end of May into early June when there was a Gemini new moon. So intentions that you may have set during that time, this could be closing out that theme. We can see fruits of our labor. So I know I'm getting you to stretch just a little bit, but just think back to that beginning of June, end of May time, and see what was it that you wanted the most, or how did you communicate that? There's a lot lighter energy here with Gemini and Sagittarius. We've got air and fire playing together here. It's an opposition, but we can have some inspiration and we can find playfulness here. We may want to learn many different things at this time. This could be a perfect time to release our ideas out into the world and just see who resonates with it. This also has an indication that some information will be revealed. That information, you can label it good or bad depending on how we process it, our perception of it. Any decisions that we're making, especially if there's been a lot of emotions building up to this time, will come from more logic. So let's just say you wanted to make a decision about, I'll use the example of moving in together, right? It's like, well, emotionally, it makes me feel more secure at this time. And yet practically saving on, you combine incomes and we get to see each other more and we get to share responsibilities. And so there's some of that that will take over during this time too, where logic takes the front seat. And so we take our actions based on what it makes the most sense. And we'll probably carry this energy into the next couple of days. There's not a lot of planetary shifts that happen Thursday and Friday, but I think we'll be feeling the energy of this full moon for a few days surrounding it. Because on Saturday, December 10th, we have Venus moving into Capricorn. So what does that mean? It means we've got Mercury entering Capricorn and Venus following in this wonderful, beautiful sign of Capricorn. Now, on the day that Venus moves into Capricorn, the moon will be in Cancer. So there's an opposition with Venus and the moon here. And so what we need, we'll be looking at it from a more serious tone about what do we value? What do we need in our relationships? What do we need to feel secure with our finances? We may be shopping this holiday season on a more practical level. We may be looking for useful gifts, or maybe we want money to help us feel better about where we're going in the future. And we want ones that fit inside of our budget if we're the ones spending the money, right? I can see a lot of us going, hey, let's all set a limit to how much we spend on gift exchange kind of thing. Now, this is also great transit for building on creative ideas that we can find ourselves really dedicated to achieving the results. So, put your ideas out there, sit down and spend some time planning. What does it look like? What resources do I need? What people, processes, infrastructure, all of that to support the long-term success of these goals. In our relationships, we're going to roll up our sleeves. We're going to get to work. If there's been topics that we avoided before, we're ready to tackle them. We're ready to take them more seriously and really workshop through them. Also, starting a project together, if you're in a bonded relationship, that can give you some more long-term stability, security. Some couples will be thinking and talking with each other about what their future looks like and what they can do to build their life together. Now, I'm not going to leave out you singles. If you are single and you're looking for other singles, then you're going to be looking for the ones that say, I want a relationship. I don't want just a one-night stand, hook up, hit it, quit it kind of thing. I want somebody who wants the same thing as me. And so if you're on those dating sites and you're looking for LTR, well, this is your time. And will most likely value emotional security and connection over anything else in our relationships. A few may decide that status and reputation is important too, because if you look at somebody's reputation or their social status, often if it's one that resonates with your values, then it feels secure for you, right? The other thing is I can see a lot of couples getting married or engaged during this time of Venus transiting into or through the sign of Capricorn, because it gives more of that stability for each other and for the relationship itself. Sunday, December 11th, the sun is moving into a sextile with Saturn. So we might be motivated or inspired with unusual ideas. This promises a bright future ahead. And that's what we're looking for. We want to know we have hope and we have inspiration. And inspiration helps to keep us going, especially when times are tough and it's heavy. So this is a good time to capitalize on community and connection with others and maybe sharing ideas. It can, if you feel like you've been a little creatively blocked, this is a good day to maybe have some common activity, or like I say, talk about some of your creative ideas that you've been holding on to. Just kind of throw it out and see what sticks to the wall and see who inspires you. I have a feeling that we'll be attracting others to us that friendships and family and things like that, conversations that just allow us to be supported. And you know how often you can throw out an idea and someone goes, oh, I love that. We could do this. And then you say, we can do that. And you start building upon it. Well, that's all that Capricorn energy, Mercury, Venus in Capricorn. Then we've also got this sextile going on. And so between the sun and Saturn, sun is in Sagittarius still, Saturn in Aquarius. And so it gives us that kind of energy that we can ride on to really build, like I say, that long-term, stable, successful feeling future. All right, you guys, I hope this helps. Please like, subscribe, share, comment. Come find me at jamiedawn.com. Let me know what else might serve you for these videos. I don't want to just keep throwing things out there if they're not serving you. So please give me your feedback. I'm always looking forward to it. And we'll make adjustments as necessary. And I hope you guys have a great week. Take care.